What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, and today we are going to take a look at another one of these food robot deformation toys. So without further ado, cue the intro! Alright, so we've already taken a look at the french fries, and we've taken a look at the ice cream. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just go back to the original slide and take a look at the Strawberry Shortcake, or Strawberry Cream Cake. I don't know what they're going for. So, anyway, this is what it looks like. Yep. And then the strawberries are the thing that throws me off. They don't look right. Like, yeah, this could be the icing to represent its leaf and stuff. And the reason why they're shiny is probably because they're in a strawberry flavored glaze. So they probably macerated them and then put them in a glaze of a sugar glaze. So it's just the shape of them just look weird. I don't know why. It looks off. And then it's just like, I don't know. It just looks like more like a missile launcher to me if you have it straight on like this. But anyway, yep, no articulation. Can't even separate the pieces. Technically you can do, but they won't come away because it's not a parts former. So anyway, thing is that you want to come from down here. There's these couple of hinges here. And then you want to find where the hinges are. Okay, so you want to come down to this area. And you can tell that one side has a little gap here, while this side doesn't. So you want to come to the side that has the gap and just follow your fingernail. You will need a fingernail or something to get in there because it does peg pretty good. And then fold down the bottom thing to form his feet. We'll get back to this in a little bit. Anyway, nice tucked back there. Aw, doesn't he look cozy? Anyway, for the naming conventions, it was a toss-up. Like something dealing with a slice because it's a sliced cake. I didn't know if I want to go with strawberry because I didn't know if I was going to go with a strawberry name for this. And pretty much, you know what? I've been watching an anime where this, so I know it's not a fan favorite anime as far as I can tell, but it's called Fairy Tale. And there's this one guy that talks a lot like Elvis. And so, I don't really particularly care for the character because his superpower is like a slime and that absorbs other people's magic powers. Anyway, the thing is, he always has like a twang to his name, to his thing, because I think he's trying to be Elvis pretty much. And so I like to call him Sweet-Thang. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be calling him. So after you flip the feet down, you pull everything down. So essentially, not only are you pulling the legs down, but if you look here, see how his waist is connected to it extends it. So I think that's kind of cool. Then you separate it. It's only held together by this little panel. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, and then you take this part here and separate it out. And then they just kind of fold down. And that will hinder the articulation in a little bit. And then you just pull out the arms and bring them down. Bring out the arm. And bring it down. So this is Sweet-Thang's transformation. And this is what he looks like. And yeah, I don't know how well you could tell because it's just pretty much the feet are just a shadow right now. But if you get a good look, his feet do not reach the ground. See where my thumb is? That's how much of a distance there is. So, yeah, they designed the feet a little too high, but I think the reason why they did that, instead of having them on a hinge, which would have been nice, but it would make him look like he's doing tiptoes, is mainly because if they put it right around the edge like it's supposed to, it wouldn't be able to flip out from here. So, it'd be blocking it. But because of that, he kind of just, has a problem. So you actually have to have him in that weird A stance all the time just so you can try and stand. For articulation, nothing at the head. Arms, forward, down. I wouldn't risk going any further down, and I always have the forearm cockeyed because you just don't want to push it far back, and then you might break this trying to get this out. So that's kind of a disaster kind of thing. But anyway, he does have elbows, so he can just do all that like how he was initially outward. And luckily, these can move out. But he will be hitting his head. So there's that. But that's it for articulation. The knees don't knee. They are just wobbly messes, pretty much. And then nothing at the feet. But I don't know. I kind of like him. I also don't understand. So he's got this green visor right here. Why did they mold in these optics up here? And then I don't know. I think it was just a bad design because the helmet kind of looks like a Power Ranger up here. Like this would be like the T-Rex size, or this would be like in Power Rangers Turbo. They would have the lights up here or something. So he's got kind of like a Power Ranger safety helmet, I guess. Kind of look. If the Power Rangers only had the tops of their helmets and then they had this gigantic chin strap underneath, that's what it reminds me of. But then, you block it in with a visor, and then you just molded in these optics that you didn't even paint right. So, yeah. I think this is the very weakest of the group, mainly because the stability, the design is not there. He has a cool transformation for the most part. Like the extending waist is pretty cool. The way the feet just float out is also pretty cool, but it's just a mess when you get it done. So, for some quick comparisons, here he is with the Ice Cream Robo, because I'm not going to call it by the name that I called it initially. So there's that. And no, nothing shrunk. It could just be the height of my table, because it is a little higher on this side than this side. But she is a smaller figure anyway. So, and then there he is with Frywave. So that's been the review, transformation. And I've been Nurdie J for Nurdie Boys. This has technically been Sweet-Thang, and we'll catch you next time.